Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Cloudy Sheep and we are playing Rule the Waves, a simulator for the arms race and naval combat in the early 20th century. We're playing as the Secretary of the Navy for the USA, currently at war against England or Great Britain. Why is it Great Britain? It should be UK, shouldn't it? UK and France over here. We are concentrating our combat on defending our own coastline, building up some merchant raiders to attack the enemy. We built one of these already, Lake Owen. Not much of a fighting ship really, but it poses as a merchant, so it might be able to wreak some havoc. We're going to send it out as soon as it has finished working up its crew. So we do have a deficit right now, but that is hopefully going to stop soon once a couple of our construction jobs over here finish, and we can hope that things will be better then. So here we go, more ships being commissioned. That should hopefully be very good. The intelligence service is considering offering safe passage for a revolutionary of some renown to his home country, to France. This will foment revolution and may force them to the negotiation table. On the other hand, revolution tends to be contagious. What is your recommendation? What do you recommend? What do you recommend? So, obviously some of these events are more geared towards like a European setting, and that is something that the Germans did with Lenin in the First World War. And it doesn't really make that much sense for the US, to be honest, but let's go with it. So we should be careful, and that would cost us prestige. Did I see that right? Yes. Or these revolution can be as dangerous to us as to the enemy. So the same effect, really. Why would I ever take that? We can throw him up. Well, or we can give him safe passage. I don't think that France is currently at the edge of capitulating and at the edge of revolution, so I don't really think that this is a good idea. Let's just take the prestige and be done with it. Very nice. Raleigh sinks a couple of ships, that's nice. Cincinnati sinks more ships, and that's good. So we are winning over here, but here we go. How can they have that already? They just started building that. How can they have a battle cruiser already? We've been at war for 5 months, and I think they... That must be a mistake. Anyway, this is our first battleship engagement, so we are very much looking forward to that. Off the coast of Maine, we have 5 ships available. Our New York class ships over here, whereas the enemy has about 1 battle cruiser, maybe 4 battleships, plus a couple of heavy cruisers. So yeah, let's see how that works out, and whether we do actually get any battleships. So much more sizable fleet than what we've seen so far, with in fact all 5 battleships in row. So we do have the New York class battleships over here. There's the Arizona, 4 12-inch guns in 2 turrets, 1 front, 1 back, and 12 6-inch guns with decent-ish armor. Well then, that's going to be interesting. There are also a couple of destroyers that are pretty much buzzing around, including our new Smith class, I think. Stewart class. Is it Stewart class? Yeah, with 4 torpedo tubes. So that might be an interesting attempt if these guys could attempt to attack the Perry class over here. On the other hand, is a bit older and maybe not quite as useful. A couple of light cruisers, which I think should be scouting. It's fine if you could do that automatedly, and there is some glitch over here. Battle Division 4 and a heavy cruiser squadron as well. Excellent. So what we will do is tell our second squadron over here, Battle Division 4, to go ahead and follow the first battle division, so that they are forming one big line. Even though it's currently night and the vision range is rather bad, so might actually be much more chaotic than we'd like. But anyway, we'll see what's going on. And the heavy cruisers over here will in fact follow the Battleship Division 4 as a core fleet as well. So one big line of all of our capital ships. That should be fine, I think. Right then, it's a night engagement, so this is going to be very interesting and potentially very bloody. But we'll have to see. Unknown ship. Okay, here we go then. Yeah, we are immediately within range. You know what? We are going to take these guys not away from being AI controlled. Steam them right over here. These guys will be steaming like that. Our cruise speed configuration, I think that's fine. Light cruisers over here. You are going to be independent. You are going to run away in this direction at max speed. And these guys over here, we will tell to support. To be independent and you go ahead and support. Maybe that's good. Okay, so let's do this in simple little nice steps of 1 minute. These guys should be turning, these guys should be turning. There we go. I think you can actually follow the first battleship squadron now, because the first one is only 2 ships, whereas these guys are 3 ships. I very much suspect these to be heavy ships. I mean, just comparing the size, that does look a lot like light cruisers or heavier ships actually. Right then, more ships going around here. More than one coalition following. Who opens fire? Light cruiser? Right, this is the Des Moines. There's a light cruiser over here. That is fine at the Des Moines. You then be independent formally. You here follow the New York as a course squadron. I think that should be fine then. Right. Let's see. I'm a little worried about the Des Moines here. It's gonna be so bloody and so messy because it's just a night engagement with like 4 kilometer or 4,000 yards range. Let's make sure we have all the. So yeah, there are a couple of fire going on. You guys can probably go this way as a line of battle. You are steaming that way, you are steaming that way, that's fine. Lots of fire going on. New York is starting to fire at this supposedly heavy cruiser, which we don't know whether it really is. We can probably go a little bit. Alright, Michigan scored a hit on a heavy cruiser. Michigan, that's you. You're firing it. You're firing at that. Okay. Oh, just a 6-inch gun though. You guys are really a mess. You guys are following them. You might be going slightly more cruiser. Okay, let's see what's going on. Heavy cruiser fires at New York. Okay, so you're being targeted by them, which I can understand. Michigan, on the other hand, is still firing down there. 2 hits with the 6-inch guns. And more significantly, the New York got a hit with the 12-inch guns on this guy over here. So that, I hope, is a very strong hit that we scored there. But let's see about that. Why are you turning away? You are supposed to follow the other ones. You're steaming down there, so I think you might want to go like that. It's New York scoring more 12-inch hits on this guy. 12-inch is really much bigger than the 6-inch because it's it's a 3-dimensional shell, so it's like not twice as much, but 2 to the power of 3, so 8 times as devastating, more or less. plus there's more penetration and so on. So yeah, I think this guy's really pounded very hard right now, which I like to see. Let's make sure to circle around a bit like that so we don't lose the fire over there. And this is just a destroyer, so maybe we can go like that. I'm slightly worried that there will be probably some actual battleships behind this, but more shots on the heavy cruiser, some shots on this destroyer over here by the Delaware, which is this one. Okay, that's, by the way, these red lines are the primary guns, yellow are the secondary guns, black lines are counterfire. So the destroyer is being hit by the 6-inch guns of the Delaware, which of course is very nice to see. Let's come about like that, and you go more or less like this. That's that. Dakota has been hit by a torpedo. North Dakota as well is over here. Some flooding. We didn't even see them launch. That's bad. Engines disabled, and it's detached because of heavy flooding. So yeah, indeed, this guy should be really only 7 knots left. We are trying to run that around and get home. You, on the other hand, I think should start... Oh, okay, so we now have more information on this guy, which was hit by one more 12-inch, couple of 6-inch, and more 12-inch guns, so you should really be in a sorry state, my friend. I would hope. 4-inch gun, 4-inch armor, 2 10-inch guns, that's not shabby, and a lot of submerged torpedoes, so yeah, that's what might have gotten us over here. You know, that's a problem with night battles, they can be so messy. The New York is going to run over there, while these light cruisers, very heavy cruisers over here. New York, I want to have run up here. Michigan's on Michigan squadron over here is doing fine running this way, I believe. Actually, let's try to be as quick as possible so that we can avoid torpedoes as best as possible. You're actually gonna come down, so I want to bring down my 2 squadrons. So at least we do have the 4 battleships together. That should be fun. Yeah. Now heads on the Andromeda. We're firing at the torpedo, at the destroyer. Oh well. Hits as well. New York is hit. Michigan engine room's hit. With the heavy guns. 6 heavy guns? That can only be 6 heavy guns. You can't actually fire 6 heavy guns, so it's bollocks. Yeah, but nevertheless it did hit the engine room of the Michigan over here. Medium hit. Engine room. Still think it can run pretty quickly, so not much damage being done there, but still more than I would like. You come about like that. This is only light damage. Let's see. Secondary battery of Michigan hit. Andromeda class hit, though 12-inch and 7-inch guns. North Dakota trying to evacuate towards the west. These heavy cruisers are really supposed to follow New York. Not sure why they're not doing that. Light cruisers shouldn't be too independent, so I really try to run the other way, just turn around. Identified ship, and that looks big, so I'm worried about more battleships showing up here. And you, my friend, will be following our Battleship Division number 4, Michigan. We're going to try to run around there. Andromeda being hit. There we go. Arizona hit as well. Who's Arizona hit by? Andromeda. Medium guns. These are way too many ships for my liking. Rochester, North Dakota. Let's send it a bit more like that. Yeah, turn him around, that's good to see. On fire. I like to see that. Can you come back then? Just turn around this way, come back north, try to get a couple of broadsides. It's heavily on fire now, that's good to see. What are heavy cruisers doing down here? Yeah, that's fine, I guess. Our heavy cruisers don't have just 9-inch guns. Right, so come about like that. You're running. You're running. These might be battleships or heavy cruisers, but you know, if we concentrate fire on the Andromeda over here, that might be sufficient. Some shots being created. Medium damage. Who are you? You're on the light cruisers squadron. Let's come out like that. Where are our Smith class? Should be fine. Straddle. How fast are you? I don't know. Are we closing in though? By the way, that's... actually, let's not do that because there's too much stuff going on over here. Cruisers are coming back towards the New York. New York is struggling to come about. Michigan though is pushing up nicely. But in fact only one of your turrets is firing. How about your secondary batteries? Yeah, they seem to be doing fine, so this should be fine. Delaware is not firing. So maybe we in fact need to get a bit closer. North Dakota is out of sight, and we just do AI control. North Dakota. Oh yeah, that's fine. By the way, can I tell you to be independent? I don't want you to come back towards the battle. You're badly hurt. You got a torpedo hit. I mean, your flooding seems to be fine, so you are doing okay now, and your max speed is recovering, but let's see about that. Alright, Delaware is now firing on the Andromeda over there. Andromedon, rather. No hits though. Let's go a bit more like that. Hit. I think we can try to run more or less parallel. Maybe open up a bit. I think they should be suffering very heavily. Pinch hits. It's good to see. 6-inch. 2 6-inch, yeah, 4 6-inch hits and 1 12-inch. Fire. Yeah. They should be suffering so badly right now. But you know, look at that, look at this. So they're still firing on us, but their rate of fire really should be horrible. So we could swing back. I'm slightly worried about all the other ships, but that might allow us to give off a couple of broadsides. what we're doing. Can I actually go to cruise speed? No. Let's keep it max. I'm also worried about that these guys might try to get funky with the torpedo. Oh, okay, yeah, we've scrapped out torpedoes. Maybe now they would be nice. Come back. Come back, give them good on short distance from the other side. So. Well, pass at very close distance. I hope they are not firing torpedoes at us again. But at least we should be doing so much damage at this distance. Yeah, the Delaware's probably gonna ram it. But ramming is not a thing in this game, so yeah, that was a bit too close maybe. New York probably lost us, so we need to swing back like that. Well, maybe like this if we do. More hits. Misunderstood commands. You're firing. These might launch a torpedo. How much sinking? Okay, that's good to see. Okay, so let's in fact turn back a bit so that can support us a bit. There's a torpedo being launched. North Dakota is reattached, so let's look at the damage. We seem to be doing fine, so in fact we will start to regroup a bit over here. Okay, so that looks nice. You, my friend, should be so quickly. There are no other ships that we know of. It's gone. Where is launching torpedoes? Yeah, the Smith is. Let's turn around so I don't want to be hit by this torpedo accidentally. But yeah, the range isn't sufficient anyway. Okay, that's a nice success, but we did take some damage, so I don't want to push my luck too hard. We are simply going to try to run around and withdraw from the level over here. We could rescue survivors, but I'm not sure I want to. So yeah, let's make sure we can cruise speed, because we don't want to foil our engines. Be very fast about this, and simply withdraw to the west. We did not have any objectives, so the most likely scenario here is that the ship damage counts for winning or losing the game, and I think we pretty handily won this one. Sank a heavy ship, didn't lose anything on our own, although we did get damaged a bit, and that will necessitate some time over there. Here we go then. Okay, since we are here, if the game hasn't stopped already, let's take the second class over here, in North Dakota, I believe. Can we detach you? I don't think we can. On the division maybe, North Dakota, ship details. Flotilla attack? No. Detach, detach, detach. No. Okay. So we are going to tell this guy not to be AI controlled anymore, and in fact go to Portland. Yes, these guys can go that way, and the heavy cruisers should be. So first of all, you need to be independent, and you can then form on the second battle squadron. That's fine. Yeah, yeah, that. Yes, these guys to be docking in Portland. Stop. You're not AI control. You are supposed to go back to sea. Because, you know, if we escorted our damaged ships home, why not go back to base? What are you guys actually doing? Are you set up for the completely wrong? I think you are. You be supporting Division 4. No, actually screening for that. You are supporting Division 4. I'll probably a bit mood. Division 4. Support. Division 4 and support. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, they are coming back to us now. Stop. To control view. Go to this direction and go again. Ultra fast, nice. They are catching up. So it's very early morning, but very soon daylight will be coming, twilight over there, and daylight over here. So we might be spotting them again. Do we have a semi-sensible formation? Nope, and there we go. So there were in fact 5 battleships from their side involved in this at all, and I'm very happy that we didn't engage all of these guys. 2 of our light battleships suffered light damage, especially from the torpedo hit. One of the destroyers did, but of course the big thing is that we did sink the heavy cruiser. Lots of stuff going on here, but the hit percentages you can see are still only about. I mean, the North Dakota just scored 1 hit, 1, and 3 hits from the New York. A couple more from a couple of cruisers over here, but yeah, it took to sink the Andromeda. Took 31 heavy hits, 23 medium hits, 6 light hits, and 3 torpedoes, and then it sunk. So it probably would have sunk from the damage inflicted before, but you know, it's good to, that we scored a minor hit victory over here. Excellent. So that's been our first battle. Let's see. That did bring us up quite a bit in victory points, so that's nice to see. France laying down stuff. Steel shortage is not being so nice. Something's finishing up, yes. Interred, yes, also very nice to see. Enemy is actually blocking us, so that's very, very, very poor. So let's look at the map over here, and we see that Great Britain has a couple of ships over here, but not quite as much as we do. So they should not actually be blocking us with that many ships, or these few ships I should say, but they are, and I think they do get some bonus. Our armored cruisers over here are starting to finish up. Everything looks decent so far, this guys, and in about a couple of months our battleships here will be ready and able to deal a lot of damage. Let me actually check on the almanac. No, they're still only building this battle cruiser, so they don't have it yet. Nevertheless, they do have quite a couple of battleships that are exceeding our available tonnage by quite a bit. Anyway, our funding over here is looking up rather nicely so far. especially if the last AMC is finishing next turn. We should actually be turning profit again. Not sure what we're going to do about that. Maybe build one more AMC, not too sure. Actually, I think I'm going to take one of these guys and send them out to be a raider, and move this ship to where? Maybe West Africa? A couple of colonies over there, West Africa, and maybe one to the Indian Ocean. Yeah, let's try to do that. Move this ship to East Africa, West Africa, Africa. American, West Africa. There we go. For the others, we will wait till the working up is finished. I prefer to do that anyway. But let's see. Okay, so far so good. Thank you guys for watching. First battleship action actually, and now we are blockaded. I think the reason for that is that the UK gets some bonus on this number, so it's multiplied by a certain number. Yeah, we'll have to see about that. Maybe we actually have to move. What American is good? Blockaded, yeah. Maybe we have to move a couple of our ships from. We should move this from the Caribbean if it's available, and that would be very easily done. So let's move it up to the East Coast, Caribbean. Yeah, it's not as important to guard the Caribbean as to not be blockaded, because that will drive up unrest and just give them 3 points, not West Africa. North American East Coast, yeah. What else do we have? Caribbean, North American East Coast, yes, Caribbean. One radar I want to keep there to inflict a bit of damage on them. If it's not helping, we'll have to actually withdraw forces from the west coast, but I don't like that because they will be exposed during their long journey back home. So I'd rather not to do that, but we'll have to do it if things go awry. So, but for now, I thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Bye bye.